Hi there, everyone. I am Chris. This is Something Classic, and today we are going to talk all things Gemella Wallet. We posted the last So Long blog on Monday, so you should be kind of wrapping things up, and we are here to answer any questions that you may have about the Gemella Wallet or anything else. The part that you should be at this point is putting the kind of the finishing touches on there. You should already have your credit card slots built, and you at this point should be putting your cell phone pocket on, which I'm going to go over with you in a little more detail in just a minute. Your flap is done, your snap tab is done, and it's kind of from here on out you're home free. So I think that the credit card or the cell phone pocket is probably the one thing that might give people a little trouble. So again, we're going to kind of go over that. And one of the things I wanted to mention to you is last week we talked about this larger snap tab piece that I put online for you. So if you go to my website, and I also linked it down below, or I say down below, wherever it is you see it, you should be watching probably on YouTube. And in the comments section, you'll see a free download for this snap tab. You just go on there, it's $0. You can go ahead and get it for this large tab. Of course, it's a lot different than this one. You can see the two. And I kind of like the big one better, I think. It's good for a magnetic snap. Okay, so we have Cindy with us tonight, and Dawn, hello, Cheryl's here, and we are super excited to get started. Towards the end of the video, I'll tell you a little bit more about a few things that we have going on, where things stand, and you would not believe everything that's going on behind the scenes. We have a lot, and we're super excited about everything. Some things I can tell you about, some things I can't, but it's all good stuff. Okay, so let's talk about a cell phone pocket. So we have Stephanie and Juanita. Hello, everyone. Okay, so the cell phone pocket is the one thing that I think if anything's going to give you a problem with this wallet, it might be this pocket. And the reason why is because of the way that we actually sew it onto the piece. And of course, you can watch the video and watch me do this live in action. But I'm just going to take a couple pieces here and try to walk you through what I think might kind of give you some problems. Okay, hey Cynthia in Dallas here. Hello from Puerto Rico. All right, we have actually quite a few customers in Puerto Rico, so we ship there actually quite often. Okay, so you have a piece that this is the back piece of the wallet. Okay, so essentially, I say back piece, it's really the front piece. It is like this piece right here, this one full piece. And what we want to do, of course, is to put this pocket on. Now, when you sew your pocket, you're going to have a, of course, piece of faux or leather, whatever it may be. You're going to sew your lining on. You're going to fold your lining so that they are wrong sides together, your main faux and your lining, and then you're going to top stitch. Okay, so that's what you have at this point. Then you're going to cut out little 1/2-inch squares here in the corner. Okay, and the idea here is that we want to create a pocket that has just a little bit of depth, and we want to do that so we can get the cell phone in and out, and it's not so tight to the wallet. So when you do that, the reason why we're cutting out these little squares is because we're going to, of course, use some double-sided tape. And once you get the bottom sewn on, that's usually where I start. I kind of did this in 2 different colors so you could see. And I'm going to clip this in place just so you can kind of get an idea of what I'm about to show you. But you'll use double-sided tape. So this will get sewn onto your bag or the wallet front here. Okay. And then what you want to do is to basically fold this pocket piece right along let's make pretend there's an imaginary line going from this point all the way over to this point right here. And we want to fold it along that line to create that depth. So I'm going to try to do this for you so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so essentially, and this is a really bad representation, but hopefully you guys you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so you're going to kind of push this down so you create that depth there. Okay, and then when you take the sides and push the sides in, you're also going to create the depth, and you're going to have that little, this is going to form, this pocket here is going to form that little edge just like that. Okay. And that's going to create your depth. Now, when you sew this pocket on, you want to almost fold this piece down and out of the way to sew it on. Okay, so you're going to have to kind of play with this corner to get the piece itself on, but the stabilizer, it does not go all the way to the end of this piece. The stabilizer only goes to kind of where you see this fold now, right across here. The stabilizer goes there, and it goes just inside this line as well. Stabilizer is a ½ inch away from the edge of this pocket, so it allows you to fold it, and you can almost fold it right against that stabilizer, and it'll help you know where that is, and it'll help it kind of keep its shape and be sewn down. Okay? So do you have any questions about that or any other part of the wallet? That, again, might be, and it's not impossible, you just have to fidget with it a little bit. Okay? And again, that is going to give you the depth. Now, I'm going to take a few minutes. You can see me kind of slide off camera here for just a minute, because there have been some people who have posted some Gemella wallets on the Facebook group, and they are amazing. And I really want to recognize the folks that have done this, because they've worked really hard to make the bags and the wallets, and I love it when people share, and I think it's great. A lot of times I think people are a little intimidated by sharing, but don't be. I mean, I love it, and I think it's great inspiration. So I'm going to throw up a few photos here, and we'll take a look. And then Cindy says, we'll understand better when you demonstrate it on the machine. Yes. So if you go to the tutorial on YouTube for the Jamela, we go through that whole thing step by step. And you're right, it is a lot better when I'm actually sewing it than trying to hold it in the air and showing you. Okay, let's take a look at these photos. So the first one that I want to show you is by Pam. And Pam made this wallet out of what she did is she added she did the hack, is what I'm trying to say. So she added the little strap connectors, and she used a chain here, and of course she used the twist lock, and she made it out of the tan faux leather, or faux ostrich, faux leather faux ostrich, of course. But isn't that amazing? I mean, she did a great job. And now we are going to look at Robin. Robin made this wallet, and I think I recognize this from Bolt's bags. I think this was a faux that she actually created, and she used our magnetic snap on this, and it is just a beautiful color, beautiful wallet. She did a fantastic job. She has another view here. And look at that. The black, the gunmetal, I mean, it just was amazing with this faux. And she just did a fantastic job. Now, if you purchased the pattern, you've seen all the tester photos, but I wanted to point out this one. This was made by Samantha. And we've talked about adding connectors for a crossbody strap before, but she actually added a connector for a wristlet. And it's just as simple as adding a tab, just one instead of two. And then she just made a wristlet strap, and she did it out of the super fine print. and she has herself a little wristlet, Jamela. So keep in mind that you can do that as well. I think that's an excellent option. And then I also want to post Joanne's. Now, Joanne made this amazing, I don't know where she got this faux, but she made this amazing dark purple kind of geometric wallet. I love the snap tab on the front. So instead of using a twist lock or a magnetic snap or whatever, she just used one of the snaps, like the actual push snaps. And isn't that a beautiful, just gorgeous wallet? I want this, in this next photo, you can really see, well, this isn't the one. She's got one more. I have one more I'm going to put up. But look at the width of that cell phone pocket. And she's able to, she has her phone in a case, and she's still able to get her phone in there. I mean, you can tell that's taken up a lot of space, and it fits. It just looks amazing. And I don't know if you can tell from this picture. I'm going to put another one up. Look at the edge coating that she did on her snap tab. I mean, it is amazing at how she, oh, I guess it was on the front one. We'll look at that again in a minute. This is just the inside of the wallet. And look at how great she did. I mean, the wallet's not difficult. It just takes a little bit of time, to cut and kind of go through. I'm going to put this one up one more time. I don't know if you can tell on here, but look at her edge coating on that, on it flat. She's Canadian. Is that what it was? Canadian money? Okay. Kaleidoscope. There you go. Kaleidoscope vibe. Yes. That's a good description of that faux. But isn't it beautiful? I mean, she just did a fantastic job. So I encourage you to please post your Gemellas. We want to see what you've done. Again, the inspiration and the colors and the different things you do to the wallets is just fantastic. A pattern is a suggestion. I always say that, suggestion, not a rule. So do what you want with the pattern. Okay. Can you reverse the card slots so they are all facing the same direction? Absolutely. And let me explain how to do that. So, and here's a good example. Actually, I'm not sure I have the right one here with me. I don't. So I did a hack where I added the strap connectors, added a chain shoulder strap. And I didn't want, when I opened that bag up, my credit cards to be facing down. I wanted them all to be facing up towards me. So what you want to do is, when you have your pattern piece, you're going to cut your credit card slots for one side. So for instance, now if you're talking about keeping the ID window where it is, then all you're going to do is, when you do your accordion with your lining, instead of accordioning them in one direction, I have in the pattern, I have it all go in the same direction. But you can have them accordion in the other direction, so that as you pull the cards out, okay, they're facing each other. You can have them so they're all facing the same direction. You can have them so they're facing outside, either way. So that is just a matter of how you put the lining itself onto the back of the pockets. Okay, these little slots. If you want to change the configuration of the ID window and you don't want it at the bottom, then what you're going to do is put your pattern piece on top. You're going to mark and cut all of these lines. Then before you cut these, all you're going to do is to take your pattern piece, you're going to turn it around, and you're going to place it on the other side. So you're going to fold it in half, and where the marking is to join it is half. You're going to put it on this way, and then you are going to mark, cut, and mark. And that will change your ID window so it's up top here instead of being at the bottom. So it's just a matter of turning the pattern piece so that you can adjust where that window is. You can have 2 windows. That's another thing you could do, is if you wanted to have 2 windows, maybe have the 2 windows here, you would cut this here, like this on top. Then I would turn it and cut it like this. And then you could have 2 ID windows next to each other. Okay? So that's the greatest thing, is that you can do whatever you want. It's your wallet. Yay. Good stuff. Now, SVG files are being tested for this as we speak. I know you guys want SVG files, but understand that this piece is 17 inches long. So it's not going to fit on a 12 by 12 mat for a Cricut or a Brother scan and cut or anything like that. So you're going to have a 12 by 24 mat, or you're not going to be able to do it. Okay? So just kind of keep that in mind. And what we're going to do is we will put the option to purchase the SVG files with the pattern. But if you've already purchased the pattern and you want the SVG files, you just email us and we'll just go ahead and we'll work it out with you for payment for the extra little bit for the SVG files. So you don't have to buy the whole thing again. Okay, fair enough? All right. Any other questions on that? That's an excellent question, Juanito. I like that. That's a good one. Okay. Let's talk about a couple other things. Just kind of let you know what's going on. So we have completed filming for the leather class. So for those of you who don't know, we are going to have an online class, and it's going to be called Leather Bag Making by Machine. It is, how soon for the SVG approximately? They're being tested. I just sent it to somebody to test it, and if they're good to go, then in the next couple days, hopefully. And even if not, hopefully we'll still get it out in the next couple days, okay? And we'll get it out as soon as possible, and we'll, of course, have it online and probably put it on the Facebook group too, so that you guys know to look for it. Okay, so filming, like I said, is done. The class is, we have a specific bag we're going to be making, and it's a pretty basic bag because we really want to concentrate on working with leather. So if you've never worked with leather before and you've been intimidated by it, you don't want to cut it, you're not really sure you can do it, this is the class for you. So we're hoping that the editor gets us everything back here in the next week or so, and then we'll just go ahead and start advertising and letting you know that you can sign up. There's not going to be a limit to the number of times we give the class. So we are going to have a limit as to how many students are in the class, but we're just going to keep giving the class over and over, and we'll probably always have it available. Okay, it's going to consist of 6 pre-recorded videos. It's going to have 3 Zoom or live meetings that we're going to have at specific times. It's over a 10-day period. You can go at your own pace, and you could certainly just wait until after, if you don't have a chance to sew it during those 10 days, you could finish up after, or you can do it afterwards. But we encourage you to really try to stay on track and get the things done so you can ask questions. It's exciting. We are really excited. And so I got to change one thing on my computer. Something just popped up on me here. So I can see your comments. Okay. So anyway, we're hoping to get the leather class out to the testers maybe by the end of next week or the beginning of the following. And then, yes, good stuff. Leather class. And also the class is going to include the kit. So you're going to get the 6 videos, the 3 Zooms, the kit, and you're going to have continual access to the videos, lifetime access to the videos. You don't have to worry about, losing them or whatnot. It's not like you only have a certain period of time and they're gone. It is going to be a separate platform that you sign into to access the videos. Okay? So that is very exciting. Kathleen says, thank you for the ideas on personalizing the wallet. You're very welcome. That's what we are here to do, is to help give you ideas. And you give us a lot of ideas too. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing I want to remind you about is we're coming up on our second quarterly subscription box. And so the pattern is just about done. We're putting the finishing touches on it, and then we'll be getting kits together. And so if you have already paid for the kit or for the subscription box on a yearly basis, so you've already done, you've paid everything, you're good to go, those boxes are going to be mailed to you right around the 15th of the month automatically. If you are a quarterly payer, then what's going to happen is when that quarterly amount hits, basically what's going to happen is the computer is going to charge you, it's going to create an order, we'll see the order, and then at that point we'll ship your box. So it's going to just depend on when you signed up last quarter. And then if you want to sign up, if you have not signed up yet, you missed last quarter, then you're going to have an opportunity to do so. We're going to do it the same way. You can be able to sign up between the 15th and the 30th. And if you sign up, you're going to have a full year of subscription boxes, which means you will do June, September, December of 2024, and then you'll get the March 2025 box. So you're always going to have 4 boxes. When you initially sign up, you're always going to have the next 4 boxes. Okay. So we're going to have a special, we'll announce that. We're going to make sure everybody knows about it, put it on the Facebook group. I'll have a separate video about it. For those of you who are unfamiliar with it, or what it is, it's basically a mystery subscription box where you get a pattern and all of the things to create the bag. Usually not the stabilizers. That's the only thing we don't include because people like to use their own stabilizers, and we don't really carry stabilizers. But usually it's Decaville Light, Decaville Heavy, something like that, and you don't normally need a lot of it. And you get the pattern, you get the faux, you get the hardware, you get extra little goodies. And yes, we have a surprise hardware this quarter. Taylor just said that we have a surprise hardware, and we do. It's something new. And basically, you're going to get some extra little goodies in there. We have a bunch of stuff coming in and things that are already here. And we're pretty much, Taylor and I jump over things every day. Literally. We're jumping over boxes. We're jumping over all kinds of good stuff. So we are, but we're super excited getting all this together for you. So the difficulty level of the bags in the subscription box is confident beginner. And we're doing that on purpose because we don't want anybody to get overwhelmed and feel like they can't do the project. To give you an example, the first quarterly subscription box was the Booster bag. And I have seen so many Booster bags being made and you guys have posted them on the Facebook group. And they are fantastic. I've seen like super casual, like everyday fun prints, like tie-dye stuff. And then I've seen, very elegant and that bags. And that's the thing about the bag is you can take it either way. So there's always going to be something in there to challenge you, okay? It's not going to be like a pouch where you do a couple of things and you're done. It's going to be a little more than that. But it's not going to be anything rated moderate or difficult. It's going to be more beginner-friendly bags. Yep, that's a great question, Stephanie. Thank you so much. So besides those couple of things, we have other things going on, but we have to kind of wait to tell you about those. Don't forget about our events page. We do have an events page on our website now. You can go to the events page and it's going to tell you where we're going to be, when we're going to be there. We're going to be in Tennessee in September. And up at Chattanooga Sewing Machines, we're teaching the Simply Classic Clutch up there. And I don't know if the classes are full. Last time I checked, they still had a few openings, but that was a little while ago, so you might want to check. You can either go directly to their website, or you can go to our website, which will take you to their website, and you can pay and sign up with them. Also have, at the beginning of October, we have a virtual learning class that we're doing, and we're doing it in conjunction with some other bag makers. There's going to be, I'm really not sure how many of us yet. We're just kind of getting the details on it. I know that the kind of the main, the first person that's going to be teaching and speaking is Sally Tomato, Jess from Sally Tomato. And then, of course, I'll be there. And then we have there's a couple other bag makers that will be there. One of them that we saw today, somebody I hadn't heard of before. And so it was kind of neat to see. So it's going to be a virtual event. You're going to sign up through, again, a separate type of website. It's not through us directly, but we will put a link to that event on our website so that you can get to it and sign up and be a part of that. I think it's a total of 4 hours, maybe. Don't quote me on that, something like that. And then we also are going to be in Houston for the big Houston Festival. And that is at the end of October, beginning of November. We'll have a booth set up there. We have a couple other things kind of in play, but haven't finalized anything on that yet. Once we get the leather class finalized and ready to go, it will also be on the event page, and we'll have the different classes listed on there. We may probably try to do maybe one a month, something like that, and kind of see how that goes. Let's see, what else do we have? Taylor is on here. Taylor, am I missing anything? Does that sound like everything that we have going on? We have a lot. So anyway, we're so excited. We work hard every day to make sure that we get you all things bag making. And oh, I know one more thing. Our gunmetal hardware should be online hopefully by tomorrow. We've been working hard to get those photos up and get everything ready. If not tomorrow, today's what day? Wednesday? So if not tomorrow, hopefully by Friday, we'll have the gunmetal hardware up. And it is going to be great. And Taylor says, that's it. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, I know. It's a lot. We're excited, though. Kathleen says, see you in Houston. Woohoo, yay. That's great. Super excited. Might be there. I'm not sure yet. It won't be vending, but we may be there ahead of time for market as well. But it won't be, as I said, vending. It'll be more in a capacity in conjunction with some other vendors that we've been working with, and maybe do a presentation or something on that. But again, you have to be either a wholesaler or like a shop or somebody that buys wholesale to get into the market part, which is exciting. That's exciting too. Don't forget, we do sell wholesale, and wholesale is open to not only shops, if you own a shop, either brick and mortar or online, but also to makers. So if you make bags to sell at shows or, in your hometown, or the people online, whatever it may be, you can apply for wholesale. But understand that wholesale is, you have to have a business license and a sales tax resale number that you have to send to us in order to be wholesale with us. And it is, it's simple to do. You just need to go to your local county to get that business license, but it kind of makes you like official. So anyway, but it gives you great discounts. You get 50% off supplies, everything. So we do have a couple of makers that are buying from us wholesale. So that's great. We appreciate it. And we know it's a great opportunity for them as well. Juanita asked if we are going to be selling a mystery fabric box this year. So we have, and I think this is your question, if not, ask again. We do have right now mystery faux bags online, and we have mystery leather bags online. And the faux bags are a pound of leather, or I'm sorry, a pound of faux. There's like one large, almost full roll, and then there's a bunch of smaller pieces, and every piece in there is at least enough for you to make like a key fob, but most of them are much bigger than that. On the leather, it is a little over a pound of leather, and the pieces, vary, but it's pretty much the width of the hide, of the lamb hide, however wide that is. And, they're usually about like this big, and there's several different colors in there. It is, I'm not going to tell you the price because I can't remember, but if you go online and you go to either faux leather or leather, you'll see those mystery, I remember calling them mystery scrap bags. At this point, I don't know if we're going to have an actual box with like full rolls. Usually we do that when we either have a lot of overstock that we need to kind of push out, or we just have a lot of rolls that maybe we have to cut a small piece out of, and the rest of the rolls, we can't sell it as a full roll type thing. And usually we let that stock up, and then we go ahead and sell some boxes. But we don't have any of that right now. Everything we have is more of what I would consider a scrap bag. Yep. Okay. So I think that is everything. Again, this is the last week of the blog. We'd love to see your makes. Make sure you post them on the Simply Classic Inspiration Facebook group. And don't hesitate to ask me questions. My email address is up on the screen, chris@simplyclassic.net. And I look at all comments, all emails. I go to every platform there is to see what questions you have, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, what am I trying to say? The instant messaging. Yeah. You name it, I'm on it, trying to make sure I get to everybody. So, and if for some reason I don't, you email me directly. That's the best way to get me, is to just email me directly, because I'm pretty good about keeping up with my emails. So Juanita said, yes, that's what she was asking. Well, the one I got before. Well, great. Well, thank you. Yes, if we have product that we need to get out, we certainly will do that again. We appreciate you very much. We appreciate you participating. And I'm excited to see your Gemellas. I hope the sew along went well for you. We'll do another one again, probably in the next few months. We'll wait a little bit. We have a lot going on right now, but then we'll go ahead and pick up and do something different. And we hope that everybody can join and sew along. It's super exciting. I saw a lot of people post pictures over the weekend. I think Memorial Day was a great day to sew. So good stuff. All right, everyone, have a wonderful evening. And until next time, happy sewing.